We talk about bodies a lot. It's in songs, sports, theater, with our friends, in the doctor's office. But the words that I use with my friends probably aren't the words that I'm using in the doctor's office. And the words that I'm hearing in the doctor's office definitely aren't the words that I'm hearing in songs. So how do we talk about bodies when every body is different? And when the words that I used to talk about my body maybe aren't the words that you used to talk about yours? That's what we're talking about today. Today, I'm going to give you some tools to help you figure out the language that you like best for your body. We're going to talk about how to discuss other people's bodies when we don't know their words yet, and we're going to make a gender-neutral map of the body. How are we going to map a body? With this body. It's not perfect, but no body is. Now, I will absolutely make an updated version of this later with a back and some more defining details and probably more lines. But for the purposes of this video, this is a great way to start in figuring out what language you like for your body, realizing just how specific we are able to get with the body, and how to talk about it in a way that relies on as few assumptions about the other person as possible. The worksheet used in this video is already on the Exploring Gender website, and I'll include a link below. The updated version of this worksheet will go online after I teach a workshop coming up with the Vagabond Theater here in Chicago. In the meantime, we're going to fill this out together. Then you can go to the Exploring Gender website and download your own version to fill out for yourself, your students, or whoever else is interested. I apologize for not having a proper overhead rig, so I know the angle isn't ideal. But on the bright side, literally, my windows have decided to dapple our person here with some lovely auric rainbows, so we're going to roll with that vibe. Along with the blank worksheets on the Exploring Gender website, as well as this one that we're filling out together right now, I also had some amazing friends fill some out and send them back to me, and those will roll at the end of this video. But for now, let's get started on our own gender-neutral body. It's pretty simple to start out with, because head, everyone's got one. Also known as the noggin. Down here, this line can refer to either the neck or the collarbone area, and already we move into potentially gendered language, because this area can be called the décolletage, which is a French term for the upper bosom. This is the first time when we can turn to a medical term to help us, because what might be helpful is clavicle. Or, if you're like me and you don't know how to spell clavicle, you can also just refer to this area as the collarbone. Moving down to an even more potentially gendered zone, we have the chest, also known as the breast or the pap in Elizabethan times. Breast now carries a female connotation. Most would argue that chest is gender neutral. However, I have heard some arguments that chest is actually just opting the masculine for the neutral. So, to play it super safe, we can also call this area the sternum. If you need someone to lift their chest, talk about raising their sternum, and it gets the same effect across. And then here we have the midsection, the torso, the abs, the core. All of these are delightful words. Now we move into not necessarily gendered in terms, but possibly gendered in how we think about the hips. Some people perhaps prefer to talk about their pelvis whenever they're told to shake their hips. It's all about being sensitive. I almost started writing pensitive. This area doesn't extend into the body because it actually refers to the back of the body, or the butt, also known as the word that Charlie doesn't know how to spell. Glute. Moving down to the rest of the body, this is now where you can just pick the language that you enjoy for your body. Here we have the shin, or calf, or if you really want to upset people, you can refer to the shin as the front calf. And down here we have our feetsies and our toesies. Now, this is just a way to get you started on your own sheet. Find the words that fit best for you. What makes you feel silly? What makes you feel strong? What words can you give to someone that reveals as little about you as possible? How could reveal a lot about you just by the words that you use? It's your own body and you should know how to talk about it. When we're talking about the body, we can be as specific and as clinical as is helpful for us. When you're talking about your body, you should know the words that make you feel strong. You should know the words that make you feel powerful and love the body that you're in. Keep exploring yourself. Keep exploring what makes you feel loved and powerful. Keep exploring.